Hello guys, Pezzo81 here. Today I'm with the family having a look around Blaise Castle Estate. I'm going to do a little review on the fishing bivvy that I sometimes put up in the garden when I'm doing some of the cooking videos. And I'm going to, as I'm walking around the woodland, I'm going to take some videos of that as well. And cook a little bit of lunch. We're doing this really because this is a place where my nan really used to love to come and visit before she passed, and she also liked the bacon grill. So we're going to do some bacon grill as well. I'm going to do things a little bit differently today as well. Today I'm going to do some little bit of cooking as well, frying up the bacon grill, but I'm going to be doing it on a methylated spirit stove. So just to give people an idea of how to use a methylated spirit stove as well. And we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I'll see you in the next part. Thank you.
Steve Roberts, 512. Just doing a quick 360 of Blaise Castle Estate location, very near to King's Western Ridge. As you can see, it's a very beautiful little place. It's intensely colourful. I'll just do a little, very colourful, extremely pretty. There you go, that's 180 so far. Yeah, I'm just gonna settle here and have a little bite to eat with my son, Pezzo81. He'll be back in a few minutes. He's just returned to his vehicle to collect a few belongings that he forgot to pick up earlier. There we go, so our little setup down here on the right. There you go. We're going to set up a little bivvy here in a minute in front of these seats, and so we can cook ourselves some lunch. And yeah, I'll get back to you just as soon as I can, and hopefully I'll be able to continue this video in a few more minutes time. There you go. Find a little look about. Switch this off. And there you go. Very beautiful. Very pretty location. I'm sorry about the camera shaking about now, but I haven't yet purchased a proper stand for it. Something I'll have to remedy very soon.
Hello guys, as I was saying earlier, I'm going to cook up some food. So I'm going to do some bacon grill. We're going to have some beans with it. And we've also got some tomatoes. And I'm going to cook it with methylated spirit in like a little changi stove. So when you first light this, you have to be careful with it. The reason for that is because it has like an invisible flame. So you have to wait for it to bloom before you start doing anything. I hate matches. So we'll just wait a few minutes now for that to bloom, because that's getting warm now. Because we're doing the beans as well, I'm also going to use the camping gas cooker to warm up the beans as well. So as that's blooming, I'll start cutting up the bacon grill. Today I'm not going to use the Mora knife, I'm going to use a little Swiss knife. My brother's just arrived as well. Say hello, KJ.
Hello.
And I'm also here with Steve Roberts 512, my dad. Say hello, Dad.
Hello, Dad.
There you go, look. So they're here as well. So I'll wait for this to bloom and start cutting this up, and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, so you can see it's starting to bloom. So I've got the old frying pan with the fry light in it like I used the other day. And there's the fry light. Fantastic stuff just to carry around with you, just a little bottle, just to make sure you've got some oil with you. I'll just show you the other cooker in a second. So that's going now with the baked beans as well. And my brother went up and bought some chips from the chip shop, so we'll be having a look at that. So to reduce the flame, it comes with a little lid, so you can reduce the flame as well. So you don't burn your stuff, just to change the different settings. You can have it out on full, we can bring it in like that, different settings. So we'll put that on now so that the stuff doesn't burn. And this doesn't take that long to fry up, to be honest. So we'll do a couple of bits at a time. There you go. It's starting to sizzle a little bit, boss. Put that back on. And we'll go from there. I'll bring you back when it's almost done. So as you can see, it's beginning to cook, guys. Make sure it don't stick. You just turn it over until it's nice and golden brown on either side. Always keep moving it about slightly so it doesn't stick. My nan used to love this stuff. I remember having it when we used to go around her house. So we'll bring you back in a bit. Cheers. As you see, guys, coming up nice now. And then we just, because of the size of the frying pan, I'll just change them over. And that's it. Even the other side is now nice and crispy. Done like that. We're going to have a Guinness as well. So we're going to drink some of that as well. Nice.
That smells lovely.
Smells nice, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go, they're enjoying the smell, guys.
It's making my stomach rumble.
What they don't know is that they're not getting any, because I'm going to eat all. You can see the mush going. Little beans beginning to warm up again now. We'll chop up some tomatoes as well. And we've got some rolls to have as well, so that'll be nice. So once I've done all this, I'll bring you back and let you see the end result. There you go. And I'll bring you back when this little bit's done. So just a little knife, chop up some tomatoes. I'm gonna put them on the pan. So fry up them a little bit as well. You do have to be careful when using meths. Obviously you can see the flame, so make sure you don't burn yourself. And always remember, like I was saying in every video, be careful of the knives as well, because they are sharp. So I'll bring you back when that bit's done. There you go guys, that's the end result. With the tomatoes as well. When you want to put the fire out, you just take this, put it over the top, and then it goes out. Be careful when you're doing that though, because of the flames. So I'll dish it up and then we'll show you what the result is. There you go guys, there's the end result. Got some bacon grill with some chips and some beans and some fried tomatoes. I'll put a bit of ketchup on that in a minute and enjoy it. Hope you've liked what you've seen in the video so far, and we'll be back to you when we start walking through the woodlands. Cheers. Right guys, we've just had lunch. They've got some ice creams as you can see, and we're going to have a look around the woodland and Blaise Estate. But to do that we're going to go through the churchyard first, under a dark tunnel, and then round the woodlands, round to the Cumberland Basin, and then up to the castle. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get to it. So this is the church and the graveyard. I think it's been here since the 18th century, maybe before then even.
Yeah, this is a dead centre of Blaise Castle.
I don't know if you're aware, but back in the olden days, the richer you were, the closer you were buried next to the castle. Not to the castle, to the church side. Because it was more expensive. So these people must have had loads of money, because they're right up next to it. It's another entrance. Things have got a little bit dark now. I remember when we were kids, we used to come down through this little tunnel. My dad would try and tell us this scary story, and we got to the end and frighten us and shout out, and we'd all run away because we thought the ghost was going to get us. Things you remember when you're young. Just to remind, so you get a review. It's my brother and dad. He's also got a small YouTube channel called Steve Roberts 512. So what I'll do, we'll get a little bit further into the woods and then we'll bring you back. So this is Hazelbrook. And it joins the River Tarn at Sea Mill. As we're going past, I just thought I'd try to take a brief glimpse of it. So we're now going into the wooded area. This path takes us down to the old mill. There you go. So Dad says it used to be a paper mill years ago, and after that it became a flour mill. So when we get a little bit closer, then we'll bring it back. So this is a rear view. As we're walking around. The only trouble this time of year is lovely, but during the winter months it does get really muddy around here. So if you're going to come this way during that time, then you'll need to make sure you've got some proper walking boots. So now we're walking down towards the mill.
Just about make it out in the distance, I think, can't you?
Maybe. Let's see if we can zoom in for you. There you go, just make out the wall through the trees in the dead centre. So walk up towards that now and get some photos, and then make our way down to the basin. When I was a kid and I used to come up here with my little brother, we used to run down through all these streams. Just here. This is when Dad's going to find out our secrets now. We used to run down through all these streams. And we used to walk up a cliff called White Man's Rock. So hopefully, I haven't been here for a few years, so hopefully it's still there, so I'll be able to capture that as well. And if it's still there, I might even walk up it, depending. Oh, you can't now apparently.
The mill, you can see it a lot better now.
Yeah.
You're going to go on the main path back, or
Oh, wants to go to the folly. Yeah, it'll be okay.
So here's the mill. It was actually saved from Chew Magna. There was a flooding at Chew Magna, there was 2 of them. The sister one didn't survive, but this one did. So it was bought here. They do open this up sometimes of the year, but I think today it's going to be closed. But we'll walk around it and as best we can and have a look. And what I'll do on the way back round, see if I can get across. There we go. So here's the side. I'm not sure if they still open this now anymore, but they used to. Many years ago they used to open it so you can go in and have a look.
It used to sell green teas and ice creams from the windows.
And it's called Stratford Mill. Dad was saying when he was a boy he used to sell cream teas and ice creams. If it was open today, I'd have some of that now. And this is the other side of the. See if we can zoom in a bit. There you go. So that's the old mill. I have been in one when I was a child, a few times. Beautiful to look at. So we'll make our way down to the basin now. So we're sticking to the right hand side of the path instead of the main path. The reason for that is that there are quite a few people that walk this route along the main path. So we're walking down the right hand side. This is the stream. Still going through from where we saw it up by the church. I used to run through that little tunnel when I was young. And we'll make our way down. Nice thing about here as well, you're able to hear the birds in the background, people talking and playing. And we'll make our way down to the Giant's Basin. See if we can see the rear view. family are back there. They're just taking some photographs for me. Absolutely wonderful. Really beautiful up here. Just walking further a bit now. Down towards the basin. So I remember when I was young, I used to walk along here on the main side, just over there. It's now got a path, but it didn't used to have that before. That's all new. It used to be like this. So we used to walk along there with our nan. There's a memorial video on Steve Roberts 512's YouTube channel if you want to go and have a look at that. I'll also add a link to in the description if you'd like to see it. Just think somebody owned all this before, all to themselves. Ah, I'd be in heaven. We've now got obviously fencing up and signs to say fallen rocks, but years ago we didn't have that, and obviously back in the 80s when we used to run up it, you didn't think of things like that. But it's all safety now, isn't it? So there's some stepping stones here, and I'm going to cross them. And we'll get a rear view picture of it if we can. So here we are, right in the middle of the lake. When we were kids, we used to run down through all of this. And here's the lake. Just to show you that I'm going to cross back over. So this is the other path of the mill that I was saying about to get the other side. Down through the trees. And we're heading our way back up now to the valley to get a picture of a cave that we've seen. especially when I was a kid as well. I went in there, so I like to get a picture of it as an adult as well. So I'll be doing that. But this is the mill from the other side. So this is the new path that's been built. Rear view. As my dad comes up towards us. Guinness in hand.
Talking about me, Mike. Can't put that on there. For the fender.
There you go, as we're walking up.
Right.
We're now going to go up towards the castle and the cave, which is just here behind me. This is another path line. Take us up there. Let's move to the side. There you go. Just up there, go around the coast, around the side of it, the cave, and that takes us up towards the castle. So as we make our way up there, I'll show you some more. So just walking up now. So tell people what you think of Blaise, Kev.
Stunning. Beautiful place, definitely worth a visit. I would go there time and again. It's forever changing, obviously, because it's natural. Fantastic place to go with the kids as well, for the parks and everything. Great walks, nice little cafe. All round a brilliant day. Gotta go now, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Pezzo81.
So as we're going to go at the hill, I'm going to ask my dad a question. So Dad, what do you think of Blaise Castle Estate? From all the years that you've been here?
I think it's amazing. One of the things that I like about it most is it's unspoiled. And it's not cultivated, or it's not, how can you put it? Interfered with in any way. It's just allowed to develop and grow in accordance with the nature of things. There's a huge assortment of trees here, both ancient and some modern. And I think that's what adds to its beauty, its natural beauty and interest.
Okay.
There's, as you sweep around to the left here, looking across the other side of the gorge, there's very little artificial, as you'll be able to see as we slowly pan the camera to the left, there's very little artificial pruning that have taken place in this woodland area. And it's been allowed to develop and to mature and grow in a way that's completely natural and difficult to find, to be honest. I just think it's so beautiful when things are just left to themselves. Obviously, there's got to be some occasional pruning, but I think when pruning is kept to a minimum like it is here, you get to see the natural beauty of it all, rather than something being man-made or altered around in any way. That takes away from its natural beauty. I think it's amazing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is the cave that I was talking to you about as we go up the hill. Go in and have a look, just so you can see there's like a little seating area. I sat here as a child, about 4 or 5 years of age, on my mum and dad's lap, and some pictures were taken of that as well, so I'll be adding them to the video. Yeah. So this is about halfway up to the castle now.
Before we used to rest here.
And this is why we used to rest here, because obviously we're too young to make it all the way up to the top. So we used to stop here for halfway. So making our way up now, still further up. Somebody left the bottle in the cave, so I'm taking it back with me. Should always leave places better than what you find them if you can. So we've seen this one around, so we picked it up to take it back with us. When we get further up to the top, I'll give you a perspective of how high we are actually up. Just turn around so you can see the other side. As we're going up. This is a little lookout point, just up from the cave. And over there in the far corner, where you see the two little rock faces, I believe we used to call that the Giant's Chair. What an amazing view.
There's a legend that the giant Goron used to live in this gorge. Hence the reason why the Hazelbrook Pond has earned the nickname the Giant Goron Drinking Bowl. And of course you've got the Giant Goron's chair, which we're actually stood on. Overlooking the rest of the gorge.
So we're just making our way up now to the castle. Just from the viewing area that was behind us. And here's the castle. This castle was built after the house, after the manor house. And the woodsmen and guys that looked after the land really used to stay here. And also before that, the occupier of the house and the land used to hold parties here many years ago. At times this is open as well, and you're able to have a look around and climb to the top. So I'll walk around the little castle and let you guys see it. There you go. Built in 1766 and restored in 1982. So if you go down to the main house, you'll be able to see the opening times as well. And when it does open, you are able to climb to the very top and have a look. But today it's closed, so we're not able to do that today. And right at the very top, it's a little flagpole. Just zoom in.
It was built in 1776, wasn't it?
1766. Yeah. It was built by Thomas Farr, who was the landowner. That's the name of the guy. My dad just reminded me the name.
He was a merchant, wasn't he? think he used to deal in cloth and materials.
I
What
don't-
the materials in that.
Not sure if you can hear what he's saying, but he said he was a merchant that dealt in cloth, and he actually bought the estate for £11,000 at the time, which would be, in today's money, it would be worth 600,000. I don't think you'd be able to buy all this for 600,000 anymore, but that would have been the conversion of today's money.
This folly actually cost £3,000 to build in its day. It was lavishly decorated before it was destroyed by fire. It was never restored fully.
So we're back to the entrance. Hope you've enjoyed it. So walking back down now from the castle back towards the car park, through the woodland. Always got mind to step in, because the roots are coming up through the ground from some of the very old trees. We've got some steps now, taking us down. Absolutely beautiful place to come. Really nice views, very atmospheric, and definitely well worth a visit.
It's hard to believe we're actually in the middle of the city.
Yeah,
Or near, surrounded by buildings and trees. You've got this oasis in the middle of it.
yeah, that's very true.
You can really lose yourself and get wind down and relax and come out for a nice walk and a picnic. It's really absolutely great, not just for children, for adults as well. So take a nice break from the city life and just be in the countryside with the moons. Especially if you live local to the place.
So we're just making our way now back to the car park, a couple of minutes in front of us. So we hope you've enjoyed the video today. Please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now. Bye bye.